I personally have loved my time studying with Counselling World. I've been lucky enough to experience 2 incredibly supportive tutors and a class full of fantastic classmates.
Well, that blooming Hillary's a nightmare. I mean, no, I feel we have been blessed with 2 phenomenal tutors.
Definitely. They really complement each other.
Yeah. They do really complement each other. I find, one a bit more cheeky than the other, one a little bit more organised than the other, but they work really well together, and it has been an absolute pleasure having both of them.
Different skills, both very knowledgeable, but also like a double act that work together.
What kind of double act is it, Debbie?
A comedy duo. There's always humour there, isn't there? It's always kept light. The work's all done and they're there for us, but with an element of fun in both.
So what you will get specifically from Counselling World are 2 tutors that are very funny together.
The Chuckle Brothers.
They are like the Chuckle Brothers, but you will learn so much, and I think more than you'll ever expect.
I think what has stood out for me is the fact that Hilary and Kath are so invested in us as people. They really care.
I like how so much of the work is experiential and creative. It's for you.
For me, creativity has taken on a new meaning, because I was at the, oh my gosh, I can't draw, but actually it is utterly experiential, and whatever that happens to be, a sand tray or Play-Doh, or just what might appear like scribbles on a paper. Yeah, and like you say, the experience of doing it within class and then taking it out into practice for clients that do struggle with words. Actually, they don't need to find the words to just find some therapy cards, and then they look at the therapy cards and the words just come.
Sand trays, drawing, therapy cards, Play-Doh. I've taken photos, I've written poems, I've written songs, I've made videos.
Come out into the grounds here and picked up things from nature and just
like class, like a collage, like human collage,
human sculpt.
I think you've been able to have a tutorial whenever you need one, so the support's always there, and you can talk about whatever's on your mind as well. So it can be work related or what's going on outside in your own life.
Having everything available on Moodle has been helpful for us, to check, to prepare for the next lesson. And then we can always go back and see the resources, which is I've personally found really helpful. Supervision on the course has been my favourite. So I've had 2 different placements outside, and I rate the supervision here above everything else. I think we've learned so much.
Definitely, my outlook on learning in general has changed thanks to Kath and Hilary. I think what we have learned from them has been invaluable, and the bond that we've managed to get between us all, including the tutors, has been something fantastic and something that I've never really felt before. So thank you.
One that stands out for me is a guided exercise we did with inner child work and parts work. The one where we were looking into a room through a window at a part, and that was really powerful for me in connecting with a part that perhaps I didn't talk to so much.
I think it would be the dream work for me, because it has enabled me to think about things in the subconscious, and I have gone on to use it a lot with my client work.
I think we had to describe self and using creative method, and I chose sand tray, and for me it highlighted parts of self that I had suppressed.
And I responded, so we were asked to write a letter to our younger self, and then I responded to that letter writing in my left hand, which is my non-dominant hand.
I loved everything about it, pretty much.
About Gestalt?
Yes. I liked how it explains how we all change at our contact boundary.
Yeah, I think what I've enjoyed about Gestalt, and perhaps what I've lifted most from it, has been the kind of experimental nature of it. There's a kind of a playfulness and a challenge that I certainly bring into my work.
I think for me Gestalt is the fit for me because I like how flexible it is, I like how unapologetic it is, I like how it makes you, or it ensures that you take charge of things that are yours, and it ensures that change and growth moving forward is in your hands and no one else's.